Hello and welcome to Spirit, episode, you told me a second ago, 8, episode 8. It's spaced. It was just 5 seconds ago. Episode 8 of Spirit, our Salem Paranormal Investigations Research and Information Team
Squad.
This takes place in Salem, Massachusetts in current day, but it is a Monster of the Week charity game where you, the viewer, can affect the game by donating to help the kids of Riley Children's Hospital in Indianapolis, Indiana, via our Extra Life campaign. Donation link is in the chat, as well as a nifty little, what are they called? Panel underneath the thing. If you scroll down, there's a little interactive panel that you can donate. All kinds of incentives that affect the game. Also, what are they called? Incentives? Disincentives? Bad things you can do.
There's still incentives for them.
Yeah, for them.
It just messes with us.
So you can help or hinder.
Heavily.
Yes.
But last episode, a whole bunch of shit went down. Catherine got a text, an emergency text, and had to leave the group. Not by choice, but she was forced to leave the group on an emergency run. So she was not present, but the rest of the group went through and had an adventure, met some interesting folks, learned some things, and then decided to go to Ada's tattoo parlor. And so that's where we're going to pick up this episode, is at the tattoo parlor. You all did text Catherine that you were going to go to the tattoo parlor, and so when she finished up, to meet you all there. As you are unlocking the door and flicking on the fluorescent lights to the shop, you had also texted your boss to say that he was getting there, so there wasn't any weirdness about the shop being open late at night. You hear the familiar sound of Catherine's little minivan pulling up, and you see Catherine pulling into the parking lot, parking her vehicle, and that's where we're going to pick up.
Okay, so do we tell Catherine about everything that she missed,
Oh, why wouldn't we?
I just don't know how well she's going to... I just don't think she's going to trust us alone when we tell her that we might have gotten somebody killed by a Wendigo.
I mean, but we still need to tell her that, because then we have a Wendigo on our hands. Also, we have creepy tentacle man.
Creepy shadow tentacle man.
Creepy shadow tentacle man, yes. That honestly kind of wanted to poke him, but probably a bad idea.
Probably a really bad idea.
But it's fine. I'm magic, he's magic. It would have been okay. Or the park would have exploded. Whatever.
Catherine is carrying a book when she comes up to you guys. She's like hugging it to her chest.
You okay, friend?
We gotta talk.
What about?
What now?
Are we inside or are we in the
We're
parking
inside.
lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
We would have had you park around back where like employees would have parked,
Okay.
and then just like held open the back door for you.
Okay. So yeah, that call I got was a 4-car pileup,
Oh no.
and somebody that I saved gave me this book. And she's gonna turn it around, and
It's the
in
Book of
English
Mormon.
on the front of it is the Book of the Dead.
Betty's eyes get like massive.
Who was this? Like Rick
Like that was just in
O'Connell?
their
Can I
car,
see it?
or
Can I see it? Can I see it? Can I see it?
Benny,
No,
I'm
no,
just
you
like
can't see
gently
it.
smacking his hands. Calm down.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So who was this crazy person?
Not crazy.
I'm sorry, not crazy. This injured person. Are they okay?
He's fine now. I can't give you details because it's a HIPAA violation if I give you too many details. I'm not going to lose my job just to tell you information about a guy who...
What am I gonna do? Tweet it out? Post it on Instagram. I don't even have Facebook.
What about TikTok?
I am always TikToking.
There's also like there's the inside is all hieroglyphics. I can't read it. Nope. I don't think you guys can read it unless you know hieroglyphics.
Yes. I study it religiously.
Stop being sarcastic for 5 minutes of your life.
But it's so much fun.
5 minutes.
Okay. Can you give us a name of this man?
No, but I can give you the name of the person that he told me to go talk to,
Okay.
which is Dr. Hafsa Amari
Okay.
over at the Salem State University.
Okay. So we got to do
Um,
that in the morning.
And it said, I also found a note that said spell 17.
Okay.
We
Did he
also
give you
have
context, like a
well,
warning.
he knew we were investigating the cult of Apophis.
How did he know that?
I don't know. He
That's a
fell
HIPAA
asleep.
violation too, I guess. I don't know.
Look,
anything
he
about
has the Book of the Dead. He probably knows a lot more than just what we're doing.
He fell asleep before he could give me a lot of information. He was really, really hurt. Okay, he went
Asleep.
unconscious on
He
me,
died.
okay? He did not
died.
die. He just passed out.
Okay.
What do you
Okay.
expect when you have a chest tube in you?
Fair. I don't know. I've never had one of those in me. I'm pretty sure if I keep hanging out with you guys, I will have one of those in me, which is fine. I've lived a good 20 some years.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, you'll know about it beforehand, though, right?
About the chest tube?
Well, yeah, if you need one. You see all the other crazy shit that never happens to us.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. So we had an interesting night.
What did I miss?
We might have gotten that girl from the convenience store murdered.
Hey, we didn't do
can't know
anything. It
for
was the
sure.
Wendigo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a Wendigo.
Yeah. And then we ran into a man that I forgot his name.
His name is Kent Ellis.
Kent Ellis, who is the head of the cult people. His right-hand man person comes here. He'll be here tomorrow. To get tattooed by my boss. But Kent Ellis is a shadowy tentacle man who kidnaps people. And do you remember that ghost girl that was in your apartment? That was yeah. That was the convenience store girl's sister.
So yeah, you missed a lot.
Yeah.
And the shadowy tentacle man was pretty scary.
He was also hanging out at a children's playground outside of an elementary school.
In the middle of the
that's
night.
fun.
In the middle of the night.
That doesn't scream drug addict.
That doesn't scream other things too.
Bright lights seemed to hurt him though.
Yeah.
That's good.
He also just like reached out towards me. I was gonna let it happen, but everybody else thought it was a bad idea.
Probably a bad idea, yeah.
It would have been fine.
You would have died.
I highly doubt it.
Pretty sure he's like
I
possessed
don't-
by Apophis, and
Fine.
you do realize that's like an ancient Egyptian deity, right?
Benny,
So
it's like scientific research.
the cemetery you guys went to,
Yes.
what was the name of it?
You saw the sign at the entrance, and if you don't remember, it was the Cedar Grove. Is that correct?
That's what you put in my
Yes.
notes.
Yeah, okay.
Cedar Grove, yes. Listen, it's been a long night.
been a long, couple of nights. So Cedar Grove Cemetery is where this map, and she's going to show a crudely drawn map of Salem with a location circled. That this came out of the book too. So that's the same cemetery.
What
So
caused
I think
the...
we need to go back there.
Oh no.
Yeah, but there was also like.
Once we
There's-
figure out the spell.
Okay, hold on. What caused the 4-car pileup? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Great.
Probably the
cops
fact
were
that this
still-
guy has the book and,
I feel like when there's spells involved, HIPAA shouldn't apply.
I'm not giving you the guy's name.
Just first name.
I'm thinking of a name. Hold on a minute.
Oh, you don't even have a name.
I
Joe
gave you
didn't
a
give
name.
you a name.
I gave you his name.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. It's not in the paragraph.
Good job.
This
Joseph.
individual. That's his name. Is Indy. His name is Indy now. I don't care.
Yes, Mr. Jones. I know
No, it's
him
the
well.
first sentence on there. Upon arriving at the scene, you proceeded to administer aid to Mr. David O'Hay.
Oh,
Did I
hey.
Did I
Oh,
seriously
hey.
miss a sentence? Oh yeah. I was looking at the paragraph underneath that sentence and I didn't even see. Okay, hold on. Let me
It's all
copy
good.
that.
I should have formatted that a little better, I suppose. Because it does look like it's a completely separate thought.
Yeah. That I didn't read apparently.
It's all good. You were sleepy.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
All right, now I have it. So his name is David.
David. What does David do for a living? Do you know? Like, is he a
I didn't
student?
ask while I was doing CPR on his chest. He's old enough to not be a student.
So an old man named David. Got it.
Did he say anything when he gave you the book, or was he just kind of like book and then passed out? Or was he like, take this, you are the chosen one?
He told me to take it. He knew I was investigating the cult. He said he believed it may help us and warned me to be very careful before he
So,
passed out.
I think BTW, if this guy was like, oh, hey, I know who you are, then we should know who he is and HIPAA should be damned.
You know what might give us more hints is if, we look in the book.
I think we all need to get some sleep.
Actually, Ada, I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
Oh, really? What am I doing for you, Benny? You constantly hate my guts, so it's better be good.
It's a love-hate relationship. I was hoping you could give me a tattoo.
No.
Of what? Do you want like a little ghost?
No. I have a theory, and it'll either help or I'll die
Wait.
10% cooler.
Whoa. Do you want me to tattoo like the symbol on you?
Not that symbol.
Okay.
I want you to tattoo the symbol of Ra on me.
Okay. I can do that. Would you like it fancy? You want me to draw it up for you?
I'll draw it. It has to be historically accurate.
Fair.
Okay. Before we start permanently inking a symbol on somebody for one of our 12 cases that we're working on fixing, how do we know that this is going to be useful? One, and two, how do you know it's not going to piss them off more?
Well, it'll either help or I'll die 10% cooler.
This is not a good idea.
I'm not bound by HIPAA. If you want a tattoo, I will give you a tattoo.
Yeah, and there, you could laser it off. It'll be a little smudge.
We can also
Okay, it's a
cover it.
really
It's
cool
fine.
design also,
But
so
HIPAA
if it
has to
doesn't
be
work, it's just a
tattoos.
really cool tattoo, but if it does work, it could help us a lot.
Where
Just
do
let
you
the nerd
want
get
it?
the tattoo.
on my arm.
You're gonna cry and I'm gonna laugh.
I have things to help with the pain. It's fine.
Oh no. He
Oh,
needs to
you
get
have the
full
sissy
experience.
juice.
Don't need the sissy juice. What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Okay.
Tat me up.
Okay, well, give me the symbol so I can stencil it and we can see about how big you want it.
Benny will sit in the chair and draw out the symbol of Ra.
Yeah.
I am going
know-
to get my station cleaned up, go wash my hands, get my gloves, do all that. Are we doing
If this
color?
works, we may need to get more tattoos.
Just black ink is good.
Just black? Okay, I got that. Any shading?
Just make it really prominent and really accurate, Ada. And this is gonna hurt.
Hurt a little, that's why I have the sissy juice.
I don't need the sissy juice. I'm just saying, is it gonna that's a lot of needles.
Sweet, sweet summer child. Tattoos hurt.
Okay, everybody just talk about a plan while we're doing this so we can
Have you ever been
Get my-
scratched by a cat, Benny?
yeah.
Okay. That over and over and over and over and over and over until it's
you want the-
done.
Do you want the sissy juice?
That's a lot of overs.
I'm
Wait.
just gonna go ahead and put this on, okay? It'll be fine.
Yeah, wait till you see the shading brush, the shading needle.
Okay, let's talk about a plan.
I get everything set up. I put the numbing
Put the
stuff
lidocaine
on.
on him.
Yep. And then I have different sizes of stencils so that you can pick which one you want. And
He's
then,
gonna get it pretty good sized on his arm.
okay, and then she will put the tattoo and start tattooing when it's time.
All right.
Zzz.
You have to do that the entire time that we're doing this now for my immersion. You have to do it, Ada.
Zzz.
Anyway, so it's gonna take.
We need more buzzing.
It's probably gonna take Ada, if she's taking her time and making it look nice, about 2
Oh,
hours to make.
Excuse me? I am a professional. Of course I am gonna make it look nice.
Just saying,
It's like my
you
5-year-old
could
drew
rush
it.
the job if you wanted to.
No, absolutely not. Benny, stay still. If it starts to hurt, let me know and we'll take a break.
Fine.
You have
Are you crying?
No.
there is a
the
singular
plan, guys?
teal.
What are we? What's the plan?
You're gonna be here a while getting that tattoo, so I don't know.
Let's just talk about a plan. What is our next steps? What are we doing?
Stop moving.
After this, we should go back to the safe house and get some sleep
Oh, yes.
because it has been a very long night. And then once we get some sleep, then tomorrow we can see about going to the Sullivan building on the North Campus and talking to that Hasfa Amari about the spell 17.
I am coming back here to keep an eye on that guy who's going to tattoo.
Okay, we should not split up.
I feel like we need to. There's too much going on.
Maybe you should have somebody with you, Ada.
I can sit with Ada and she can work on one of my tats.
Yeah, that works.
I have a back piece I've been wanting. You can work on it.
Sure. Do you have we'll talk about it after I'm done here.
Ada's more excited about the back tat than the one she's currently doing.
This is a surprise tat. Surprise.
Yeah, are you being paid for this or?
Yeah,
Fucking better be.
Benny will pay her.
So 2 hours pass to get that tattoo done. It looks nice. You do some extra shading with the symbols and make it kind of 3-dimensional, like a rock carving rune. something fancy and nice. At the end of this, Benny, your arm is throbbing, but with the lidocaine, it's not like a sharp pain. It's just like this dull.
It's like a
achy-
bad sunburn.
Yeah. Anybody
All
else
right, now you
doing
gotta
anything
slap
in
it
the
to
shop?
set it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
What do you mean you have to slap it to
you do
set it?
not.
Give me your arm, Benny.
No, no.
Darius takes his wrist and gives it a good
No.
smack.
Yeah, otherwise the ink won't set.
I don't know why you listen to them.
I hate you.
I am gonna cover it like you're supposed to.
Do you have like the Tegaderm stuff, or do you
Mhm.
just do Saran wrap?
No, we have the fancy shit.
An aquifer.
What's an
And
aquifer?
I also give him some lotion stuff to put on it.
Well, it's for water.
All of the instructions.
A nice handout she printed out for him.
Cool. If I don't die, this is gonna be great.
I mean, if you do die, it's still a sick tattoo on your corpse.
I mean,
That's the
True.
bright side.
As soon as you say corpse, the lights in the shop die.
Oh, fuck. I pull out my cell phone and turn on the flashlight.
don't you have any like emergency flashlights or backup generators or?
Yeah, I have to go get them. And they're in the back.
Why do the lights keep going out on us everywhere we go?
Because we have spooky bullshit happening. I have my flashlight out. Do I see anything?
The shop that you're, or the front end of the shop where all the chairs are at and everything looks normal. As you're heading around to the back office and into the back area where the backup generator is at, the back door, the employee door, is slightly ajar.
Well, that shouldn't have opened. That's locked.
Yeah, it's not like a glass. It's not like a front door. It's like
No.
a solid steel door.
Yeah. That locks as soon as you close it behind you.
Mhm.
Fuck. Okay.
Maybe it's just your
Jonathan?
boss or something. Yeah.
You think we could get a little light?
I look around, make sure there's not like a camera in the tattoo shop.
There's definitely cameras here.
There are cameras in
Hold
the
it.
front part of it,
I mean, I can
but there's
let
no power.
Oliver out, but do you want
There's
that
no-
on your work camera?
I mean, if the power is out, I don't think the cameras are working.
Oh, well, that's not very foolproof. Go ahead and let Oliver free.
Breaks it.
All right, Oliver, we need some light.
Oliver's floodlight goes on, illuminating the front almost as if all the lights were back on. Not quite as bright as all the fluorescence, but it's pretty bright.
I'm gonna follow Ada.
I get my gun.
I have a pocket knife. That's what
I have
in my hand.
I have a gun.
A tattoo
Like,
gun.
No, an actual gun.
You pull out your gun and you get to the back room where the generator is at. Everything looks like it's in place and the generator is normal. There's nothing, no sabotage to the generator. You're able to... This is one of those... It's not like a pull cord, like...
Yeah.
It's like you just flip a switch
A
and it
button.
turns the generator
Yes.
on.
This is a nice generator.
Yeah. Well, my boss likes things nice.
Can Benny put the Book of the Dead in his backpack so it's just not out in the open?
Oh no, Catherine's never relinquished it.
Okay.
It's still like there might be a knife in one hand that's not open. It's a closed pocket knife. She's just holding it for more for comfort for herself than anything else.
I'd also
And
like to
then
read a
the other
bad
hand is
situation.
book.
Okay, roll your read a bad situation.
Do I feel
Oh.
anything?
Do you what?
Do I see anything?
Oh
with
yeah,
my
your
special
special
eyes?
eyes.
Yes.
You do not see any ghosts. Nothing unusual with your special eyes.
That's a 13.
Ooh, that's a hold 3 and ask any question, right? No,
Yeah.
Wait, that's for investigate a mystery. What's the?
No, that's read bad situation. On a
it?
10 plus, hold 3. On a 12 plus, you may ask the keeper any question you want about the situation, not just the listed ones.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I guess, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yes.
What are they, Joseph?
Is that your other question?
No, I feel like that's a part of that question, my dude.
For real.
The question was, are there any dangers that you haven't noticed? The answer to that question is yes.
All right, I guess my question that's not on the list is, what are the dangers, Joseph?
There are a set of bloody boot prints coming into the building from outside. They're probably about a size 13, and they look like the
Hey,
tread
boy.
lines on them look like they are like military issue, like military boots.
It's fucking SeaTac. I see.
Stealing all your plot points. No, I'm
Of
just
course you are. The building is gonna explode. You're gonna start getting.
Be a way to get rid of us.
What kind of shoes was the shadow guy wearing? Does anyone remember?
I didn't look at his shoes.
Well, you should always look at someone's shoes.
Well, I was kind of worried about his tentacle hand reaching out to me.
Let's see. He was wearing boots
With the fur, though.
with the fur.
yes, he was wearing boots.
One of What is the best way to protect the victims, aka us?
You could stay and fight, but the best way to protect your victim is probably to avoid combat. AKA run.
Okay, and what is the best way out? As my third and final question.
With the bloody footprints there, the best way out is probably through the front door. But Ada, you know you can't arm the alarm system and lock the back door from, or shut the back door from going out the front.
Yeah.
You can only lock the front door from the
parked
inside.
out back.
Yeah. It makes more sense to try and go through the back. I'm in the back room right now. Do I see anything?
Aside from those bloody footprint things, there's nobody
Well,
in this room.
I'm turning on the generator to turn on all the lights.
You flip on the generator and the lights come back up.
So
There's
are we
nobody in the
bailing?
room.
Yeah, everybody leaves so I can arm the alarm.
All right.
To the van. Ah!
To the van.
She says that and goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go out that back door, kind of avoiding stepping in the bloody footprints. And as soon as you guys are outside and Ada shuts the door, you head to the van. And as you're piling into the van, the last person to shut the door, like the middle door, the inside door, the last person to get in, you look out and you can see these glowing eyes in the dark in the distance. It's not Catherine, because Catherine, you didn't see these eyes before, but whoever the last person into the van is that sees these eyes, you can definitely recognize these eyes. These are the same eyes you saw earlier tonight.
The Wendigo. What the fuck? This is too close into
Catherine's in the
town.
driver's seat. So I'm gonna floor it. to get
Yeah,
out
we
of
should
there.
go. That thing could kill all of us.
Is Ada in the van before we floor it?
Yes.
Okay.
I shut the
Last thing
door
I remember
behind.
is she was locking the everything, so I wanted to make sure she got out before we just decided to leave and call Ollie for her. So
Okay, so you all take off. Where are you headed?
Safe house?
Safe
Okay.
house.
Takes you a little
Where
while.
no one can hear us scream.
Yeah, but it's protected.
Takes you a little while, but not too long, to get over to the safe house. As you pull up into the long driveway and park the car and get in to the safe house. What are you all doing?
If
I'm gonna-
if we're sleeping, we need to do it in shifts.
I mean, Ada, Derek, can you guys do anything to board the house?
Oh, we did that before, but I'm gonna put up more wards because now there's more specific things coming after us.
Yeah.
About how far is the safe house from where we just saw the Wendigo?
It's a good
Across town,
half an
right?
hour, 40-minute drive. Well, in the middle of the
okay.
night with no traffic, you could probably get there in about 25, 30 minutes.
That's like 10 miles or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I read another bad situation as we get out of the van?
If you'd like to roll for read a bad situation, go for it.
11.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold 2, but the main thing is, are there any dangers we haven't noticed pulling up to
No.
the safe house?
You
Okay.
You have avoided all the danger.
No, it's safe.
Safe house.
Never trust safe houses. There was a dead body in it when we first got here.
We took care of it. Well, we didn't. The police did.
It's a mediocre safe house.
The mediocre house. It's fine.
All right,
It's a
Derek.
somewhat safe house.
Let's get some more wards up.
All right. You guys get some sleep. Do we want to just take first watch and then
Sure.
Perfect.
Yep.
We can do our thing.
Okay. You take your first watch. Nothing happens. It's very boring. Unless you have some roleplay that you would like to do.
Do it, you cowards.
Nothing amiss here. They
No.
chat, of course.
Okay, just
but-
basic
Yeah.
chit chat.
Yeah, as we put up more wards to keep everybody else safe.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and you go through and you do shifts, and nothing happens the rest of the evening. The wards protect you. It is your safe house. You do sleep in shifts, but nothing of note happens. You hear animal noises because you are kind of outside of town and kind of in the wooded area, so you do hear hooting of owls, and you do hear some rustling in the bushes and stuff outside, but nothing. Kind of on edge all night, but nothing happens.
I'm gonna say whoever is awake with Catherine, she is jumpy as fuck. Like owl hoots, she's snapping her head that direction. Like, okay, it was just an owl. It's fine.
And if it's me, I'm probably like listing all the horrible things about Wendigos
Adding to the stress.
Yes.
and how they're very
Oh,
dangerous
yeah.
cryptids.
Catherine-
Wake up and Catherine has rings around her eyes, like,
Her eye is twitching.
That's why you never stare it in the eyes. It'll freeze you right in its tracks.
What? Catherine, don't let him scare you.
I think it's too late for that.
Yeah, they spent an entire shift of watching. Just. But you did make it through the night. No one died. The sun starts to rise, and because of the windows not having any window treatments, the sun kind of penetrates into the safe house pretty early, waking you all up fairly early in the morning.
Just bury my face into whatever I'm sleeping on.
And what are you sleeping on?
No idea.
The wood floor?
My bag.
So now what? Breakfast somewhere? It's
Breakfast.
daytime. They're not gonna attack us in the broad daylight, right?
No, but the police might come question us.
Yeah, that's a thing
Oh,
too.
yeah.
We're kind of screwed right now.
Well,
We can't not eat though.
We could get something to go. Drive
Yeah,
through.
we could drive through.
They are not paid enough to report us to the police. All right, they're just gonna
That's
give us our
true.
breakfast and we can move on.
McDonald's it is.
Yes. Oh,
Hey, at least
Benny,
they have coffee.
Benny, you owe me for that that tattoo, man.
Oh, yeah. Uh,
You can Venmo me.
I don't have a phone. The ghost broke it, remember?
You can Venmo me. No, I guess PayPal from your computer.
My computer's back at the apartment.
Oh my god. Breakfast is my treat. Let's go.
Is Vinny's tattoo your treat?
I'll pay
Oh, no.
for it. I'm gonna pay you for it.
What is it with Kaz and having to pay for everything in all the RPGs that we
Why
play?
does Kaz always play the rich bitch?
I'm also a very impatient bitch, so I'm like, fine, I'll just throw money at the problem.
So you all pile into the minivan and you go to McDonald's. And are you doing the drive-thru or are you going in?
Oh yes, we're doing the
Drive-thru.
drive-thru.
Okay.
We're that terrible group of people.
We're all paying
there.
separately.
Welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you today? Hang on one second. Okay,
5
what do you guys
orders.
want? What? Okay, Benny. What? Do you want a Sprite?
It's a
need
typical
coffee.
drive-thru experience. You get your food.
Donald Sprite, yes.
Like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Catherine,
Uh,
can I see that book yet?
after we talk to Costa,
You are torturing me.
I mean, what should we look into first? We got a Wendigo, a shadow person, a Book of the Dead with a pile up and a whole bunch of dead people, and running from the police. So we have a lot on our agenda here today.
We have so much on our agenda here today.
I miss college.
Oh yeah. Don't you have to go back to class soon?
Pretty sure this is a good excuse.
Running from the police.
You might not
And
be in
Wendigos.
college anymore. I don't know how
have
they deal with running from the police.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
ahead on everything anyway. It's fine.
Of course you were. We also have Hand of the Cultist guy coming into the tattoo shop today.
Did we ever
time
get
does your
a
tattoo shop normally open? Because I know most of them
Yeah.
open at like 3:00 in the afternoon.
Let me text him because the owner is doing the tattoo. He may do it earlier just to make sure it's more private. I text the owner Joseph and ask when his tattoo appointment is.
The owner, Joseph?
No,
Or
you.
you text
I just
the owner, Joseph. Okay.
And the owner's name is Joseph.
It is now. He texts back. He's coming in at noon.
noon.
So if we all woke up at the butt crack of dawn in the summertime, that means we're all up at like 5 a.m. So we have some time.
Yeah, you went through McDonald's as soon as they opened and got your breakfast.
Be like
It's like
6.
6 o'clock.
So it's 6 a.m. McDonald's Sprite
Yes. And a McGriddle.
and a McGriddle.
And Catherine's black coffee with a lot of sugar.
Yep.
Like there's an unhealthy amount of sugar in this coffee.
Hashtag not sponsored, but McDonald's, give us a call.
Yes, please. We'll eat your breakfast.
Live on stream if you want.
Not
Yeah.
mukbang.
bang?
Turn it into
yeah.
one of those kind of streams.
No.
Anyway.
Can't
Yes.
deal with people chewing and hearing the 5 of you chewing at once.
I would
It's for
burn this
charity.
room down.
Mukbang.
It's for the kids, Cass.
No, I would burn this room down.
Hotcakes for charity.
Anyway. All right, let's go talk to, I guess, the professor man. He'd probably be there at about 7.
Because classes normally start at what, 7:30, Benny?
Depends on the class, but maybe he'll be in his office at least a little bit earlier.
I think the earliest, like a lot of teachers have their classes open at least a half hour before class starts in case you need to see them.
Okay.
So,
Let's go talk to your Book of the Dead man.
All right. So you all buckle
Woman.
up and start heading towards the Salem State University. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages.
From our not sponsor.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Our adventurers have made it to Salem State University. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning. And you pull up into the parking area, and there's this big round, like, it's a campus, and there's a lot of foot traffic. There's a lot of students that are kind of traveling. It's busy in the morning, but you see the building, and Benny, you're familiar with this area quite a bit. So go ahead and take it away, guy.
Well, this place looks Kind of expensive, Benny.
Yeah,
What are you trying to say?
I'd say you're going to owe a lot of money.
Okay, look, I got a lot of scholarships and pretty much a full ride to come here. So I'm just broke in my social life. Let's go.
That's why you have Derek, right? Your sugar daddy.
Derek was pretty much homeless when he came here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if anything.
No
Benny's
Derek's
the,
family, so I feel like you should talk to him about getting his rent raised.
Penny's gonna kind of side glance at Derek,
I don't
like,
get money from my parents. Unfortunately,
Since when?
if they want a hat shop.
That sells. That
Mm.
pays once a week.
I mean, it is a
No,
front
come on.
for other things, but it's a hat shop.
Wait, they own Hat Trick?
Drugs.
They own Hat Trick?
Not that one.
Oh, okay. The other hat shop.
The other.
Lids at the mall.
No.
Just that
They
brand.
own-
to Betty and
They own
Derek's
a little
apartment.
chain.
They
It's
have like
lids.
a hat wall. No.
Benny's gonna lead everybody inside, hoping to avoid the teachers that he's missed class on this last
We
couple days. Yeah.
Okay. You go through, and actually, you pass one of the classrooms that you are supposed to be in currently, and the professor is actively teaching the class, lecturing in the classroom. Doesn't notice you walk by.
He speeds up a little bit past that doorway.
You get to the
Skipping
history
class.
professor's room, and there is no class currently.
Yeah, he'll knock on the door, open it, just be like, Professor Amari?
The professor is sitting at her desk in her office, and as you open the door, everybody sees as the door is opening, there is a woman who is fairly young to be a professor. She's probably in her early to mid 30s. Curly hair, dark complexion. Her eyes pop with this like slate blue gray coloring. And she is wearing something that would be akin to like a 1920s, 1930s librarian like gown with a leather vest over top of it and one of those hard explorer helmets that Jack Black wore in Jumanji.
I gently hit Derek on the chest.
He's not super paying attention. What?
You see this person too, right? It's not like a ghost.
I see this person, right?
Yeah, everybody sees this person.
Good.
Everybody sees this person.
No, you're good.
It's just a
Ada.
regular person, Ada.
From behind this person is a projector that is broadcasting on the wall across from them, and it is like this really unsteady like POV of like going through a jungle. There's no audio other than like this old school projector clicking that it's like a very old school feel and vibe in here. Surrounded on the back wall, there are all sorts of like weird looking artifacts and like skulls and animal bones on display, taxidermy, all kinds of just eclectic things that have been collected in her office. And after you knock and get her, give me a minute, please.
We shut the door. Like, what are we doing?
You hear some clattering and clunking around and some cursing in a different language. You can tell it's cursing by the tone, and you can
love
always
it.
tell when someone's cursing, even if you can't understand the language. And that is exactly what she's doing. After about 10 minutes, everything settles down. It's quiet for about 30 seconds before the door unlatches and opens up, and she is wearing a suit, a pantsuit. The projector is
quick
turned
changes.
off.
Get those quick changes down like that.
Can I help you?
I push Benny forward.
Professor Amari, we have some questions and something really kind of exciting and secret.
She gets a nervous look on her face. What do you know?
Everything. We know everything.
No,
Okay.
we don't. That's why we're here, Ada. Do you recognize
Suspicious.
this? And I'm gonna hold the back of the book so it doesn't have the front of it, so it's just the green leather.
It appears to be a book, dear.
I'm gonna turn it around.
Oh, yes, the Book of the Dead. Do you read Ancient Egyptian?
No, that's kind of why we're here. I was hoping you did.
I do.
I've seen this movie. You're not supposed to read from that book.
I'm hoping for a translation.
Oh, yes, of course. Come on in, come on in. And she, welcomes you into her office. Benny, I
Hi.
missed you in class the other day.
Oh.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on.
Okay. Are you... She kind of looks to the rest of the group. Are you okay?
I do look really sus. I'm probably the one that looks most out of place with all these people.
Yeah, Catherine's still in her work uniform. She just looks really tired.
Well, these are my friends and my sister. This is Catherine, Ada, Jonathan, Derek. You guys, this is Professor Amari. Super awesome. Favorite class?
Now you're just being facetious.
Favorite class that you missed?
Kind of, running for our lives. We just
Running for your lives?
It's been an
It's a
eventful
figure
night.
of speech.
I'd say... What do you need translated, dear?
Specifically, and she's gonna pull out the little piece of paper that tells her which one to go for. The 17th spell. What's
The
it for?
17th spell.
What's
kind
it
of-
for? What's it do? And if you know, and the translation of it.
Oh, well, that's easy, my dear. The spell 17 is rumored to be the spell that Mahu defeated Apophis with,
Oh.
along with the knife. Do you not know
The
that
knife?
story?
No.
I'm a paramedic. I make
I'm a
sure
tattoo
people don't
artist.
die.
I'm kind of an electrician sometimes.
And this is Derek, the hot one.
You have eclectic friends. You said you're an electrician?
Yeah, sometimes. Part-time electrician, freelance.
Freelance. Fantastic.
Yeah, when I gotta pay the bills, I'll go fix some stuff.
Well, when you have some free time, I'd love to get the university, the maintenance man. Him and I do not get along, and I have this light in the back room that just keeps. There's got to be a short or something.
I mean,
Is
yeah,
it a
I can
ghost?
fix a short pretty easy. I don't know if it's a ghost. As long as it's not a ghost. And I look back for a second. I could probably fix it.
I'm
Oh.
gonna look around. Do I see any ghosts?
No, you don't see any ghosts. Then suddenly a head pops through the wall. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not even surprising anymore. They fuck around all the time.
I mean, if
Not
you
even
can
attached,
see
it's
ghosts,
just on a hand.
I just imagine Ada walks around and just sees ghosts everywhere. Because, I mean,
Yeah, but they look different. That's why I was like, I feel like she tries to ignore them a lot too, which is why when I ask, do I see a ghost? Specifically asking Joe.
yeah, no, there are no ghosts that you can see here.
Cool.
So what is that story that you were telling? Sorry, Joe.
No, that's fine. I had it. I just have to pull up my notes.
Yay.
But it's just like, I know it, but you all just make fun of me all the time, so I'm not gonna tell you.
You know it.
We're making fun with you.
He knows it.
Okay,
The
so
look I got was fantastic.
she
It was worth it.
He says, well, of course, it's one of the ancient Egyptian, myths of the deities that Mehu was able to defeat Apophis with the, and she holds up, she kind of flips over the book, like motions through the book, and points to one of the images of a like lynx type cat who is stabbing the serpent with a feather-like knife, and it's all like the hieroglyphic bas relief Egyptian, and she just kind of explains that yes, this is one of their deity stories. This is how Mehu defeated Apophis, and for the time being, because it is said that no matter how many times Apophis is defeated, he can never truly be destroyed. But that's all Egyptian mythology.
Would it have to be this knife that's in the story, or can it be any knife?
Well, this is the knife that Mehu used, yes. What do you mean? You're speaking in hypotheticals like this is just myth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have they ever found this hypothetical knife though? Like
Yeah, like can you go see it in a museum or something?
No, the item is never. It's one of those long lost artifacts. If somebody were to find it, if someone were to identify the knife and put it into, their name would go down in history for sure.
Cool.
Like, shit, it just escaped me. I had it on the top of my head. The guy that discovered King Tut's tomb. His name is known.
Oh, that man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about
Are
to
there
name
any-
drop and be really impressive, and then it left, and now I'm disappointed in myself. Sorry.
Aw,
Happens.
poor Joe.
Howard Carter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking Peggy, and I'm like,
Google.
Peggy Carter,
Oh.
yep.
and it broke, and
It's the work of Peggy Carter.
Well, behind every man who takes credit, there's a woman doing the work. So it's probably Peggy Carter.
So, with all of these hypotheticals, if we wanted to say, use this, how would we go about it? Now, this is all hypothetical. If I had a nightmare and I was fighting Apophis in my nightmare, how do I defeat him?
Oh, will you just recite the incantation for spell 17 to enchant the knife, and then stab Apophis? Sorry, I blanked for a second. You stab Apophis with the knife. That's what Mehu did.
Can
Although
you-
he was a deity, so perhaps only Mehu can destroy. It's a myth. I'm not sure.
It's okay. Listen, we're just
I've been
we're
having a lot
fantasy
of nightmares
writers.
a lot lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, for an assignment, you're helping us a lot.
She turns
Yeah.
around and starts kind of going through her book collection, and she pulls out a book and says, if you're having trouble with your dreams, this book, you can really, you could lucid dream, and then you can control more what's in your dreams. She kind of slides it across her desk. I don't
I will take it.
typically adhere to things like that, but
Can you translate that spell for us though?
absolutely. Pulls it over, and she begins to translate it and writes it down on a paper in English.
It's gonna be
an
the best
incantation.
assignment ever.
Does it need to be said in English?
That's what I was wondering.
Can we also get it like
You wanted me to
In-
speak it in ancient Egyptian.
Not speak it, write it.
Yeah.
in
Like the
phonetic?
English-
I could
The
Read
English
it.
phonetics of it.
Yes,
And if you
please.
want to read it into this, I'll press record on my phone. If you want to read it to there, that might not hurt to just have in their back pocket as well.
That's
yes,
true,
I
yeah.
could do that, and because she's
That would
like
be really
struggling
cool
with
to
trying
have
to
for
figure
our
out how to
assignment.
write it phonetically in English. She's like, but then when you offer that, Jonathan, she's like, yes, that I can do, and she starts reciting in the language the incantation, and you now have it on recorded.
I look around like
recorded.
expecting a fire to start or something.
No, we all, and I want to notate that Catherine also recorded it.
Okay, you both have recordings.
Just in case.
Catherine
it
recorded,
never
but better
hurts
than
to have a
Jonathan.
backup. No, not better. Just a backup.
Send it to me so I also have a backup.
You posted on Discord. The audio file is on the cloud, and it is
In the drive.
You guys have played with me for so long. You're like, fuck you, Joe. We have this audio.
Yeah.
No, you have the audio. It is saved redundantly several times among several phones and on the cloud.
And multiple
Yes.
Google Drives.
Hey,
As soon
Professor,
as she finishes, you hear an echoing voice. You must not read from the book.
Oh God, not again. I knew it. Somebody's watching The Mummy.
Sorry, I had it on loop. I really love
Oh,
that
it's
movie.
such a good movie.
it makes me feel things.
Doesn't it?
What kind of things?
I don't know,
Things.
but I'm real confused when I watch it.
We were just
Is
watching
it
all that
Rick
stuff,
or
too.
Evie?
All of
Scorpion
them.
King and
All of them.
Oh,
All of them.
yes.
Pan Panic.
Hey,
All right.
Professor, can I ask you a question?
Of course, that's kind of my job. She looks
What
a
was
bit
the
excited.
movie you were coming in? What were the movie you were watching when we came in?
She immediately blushes and she's got a darker complexion, so but it is obvious to see that she is blushing and embarrassed
Scorpion
when you ask
King.
that.
It's behind the scenes.
It's the pygmy scene.
She kind of stutters for a moment, but then finds her footing and kind of... I was recently on sabbatical, and I was reviewing my own footage.
That's
Oh, yeah.
exciting.
So yeah, what'd you do on sabbatical, Professor?
I was actually in the jungles of Cambodia.
That's cool.
It was.
Were you researching?
She kind of
Wha-
stutters a minute, and then... Well,
I mean, you don't have to tell us. We're a bunch of strangers that you owe nothing to.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
also
wanna
as one of your
know-
students that I
Speak.
really want to know.
What was happening in Cambodia?
I'm always
Drugs.
I'm always excited to speak about things, but I do have a class coming up. Perhaps you could come back and we could discuss my sabbatical at another time.
Sure.
I could even show you the video and what I found.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
And it would be really helpful for our assignment.
We just got a donation, I think. Hold on. I
Oh
have to
God.
check.
Do you have any slideshows?
did.
So,
Oh,
Hey,
Boron.
$20 donation, and I can't see what it does.
Let me grab.
I thought but I didn't. I am professional.
$20 is you trigger a paranormal event.
oh boy.
Okay.
Can we get through like any research without a paranormal event?
This
Ever?
professor's gonna die. Your favorite professor's
want-
about to die.
Yeah,
No,
she needs to give
I
us
will
some
protect
information now. She
Professor
needs,
X.
no, because she might die between her class and when we get to talk to her next.
Okay.
I
So
say that out loud, but
If it's Homeboy Drown Boy, I'm just done.
If it's Homeboy Drowned Boy, I can easily banish him. I've done it once.
In front of the professor.
That's fine. She can know I have magic.
uh
Gonna pass out is what she's
No
gonna
one's
do.
gonna
Belra.
deprove her.
If she passes out, she can't handle the truth. And if she doesn't, she can. It's easy.
Yeah.
Look, you guys, we are not killing my favorite
Are you?
professor.
We're
all
not
right?
saying that we're killing her. I'm saying if I need to banish a spirit in front of your teacher, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, every time someone
Fine.
dies in front of us doesn't mean we killed them.
She'd probably be the
sorry. That was just super funny.
We've not killed anybody ourselves intentionally.
killed
Yeah,
by
we almost
association,
did.
maybe.
What
We
is this
almost
joke?
did for Ranger Rick.
Oh yeah, but Ranger Rick attacked us as a fucking werebear.
That's true.
So like Ranger Rick had it coming.
It's
sounds like
Ranger
classic
dick.
horror story misunderstandings, you know. Almost kill each other. It's fine.
We find out that this whole campaign is just a Tucker and Dale versus evil, and everybody thinks we're the bad guys.
These kids keep dying on my lawn.
Well, howdy do, officer.
Okay, I have pulled up those notes. Sorry, there are so many different things going on. Okay,
Yep.
so as you're talking, this is the trigger. Thank you for that donation. $20 donation for Riley Children's Hospital triggers a paranormal event. So, as you guys are all talking and she's about to answer, there is a golden artifact back on the shelf behind you, where all those other odd artifacts are at, that begins to kind of vibrate and rise up off the shelf. And you see her eyes begin to kind of like roll back and glaze over. And she stiffens up. And through her, a deep voice
Fuck. Says what? Don't read from the book? Like, what's happening?
a deep rumbling voice says, I am one of the Mahadevas, Dumavati, and you have my item. Return it to its place, or suffer my wrath.
Which item is this?
No, we don't have your
It's
item.
the
What do
golden thing that's vibrating.
We don't have that.
That's not
Not
ours.
us. We didn't take that from you, you bitch.
We're just here. Everyone just keeps blaming us wherever we're just near things.
Also, where do we return it to?
It begins to continue, or it continues to vibrate, and then it falls to the ground as she collapses on the floor.
A new hand touches the beacon. Sorry, that's only relevant for people who have played a lot of Skyrim. I apologize.
All I think about is Return the Slab from Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm gonna gently shake the professor.
She feels cold and clammy, but not like dead cold and clammy. Just like
Jesus Christ.
like cold and sweaty. Like,
I would like to check her over and just make sure she's okay.
okay,
Can I go see what the item was?
Yeah, Benny's gonna go over to the item too.
you sure can. You
Can I touch it?
are you gonna touch it?
I am gonna touch it. I'm gonna pick it up.
New hand touches the beacon.
Derek's gonna write on a
fine.
piece of notebook paper, class canceled, and
dismissed.
slap it on the door.
Would this count as witnessing a new creature?
He told us what he was, man.
It's. I'm gonna go ahead and give this to you. This is a possession. So you didn't actually witness the creature, but you can identify that something possessed the teacher.
Right.
What did he say it was again? Or like, what did he say he was again?
Dunavati.
Yes, Dumavati was the name. Oop. There are too many tabs.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was trying to find out. Like, was it like a demon or a spirit or just like a person?
Specifically said that he is one of the Mahadevas, which, as the expert and the what is your scholar? The scholar, right? Expert, and Jonathan, what are you?
Oh, the searcher.
The searcher. You may or may not know this. I don't know what your like deity knowledge is, but as an expert in this kind of stuff, you know that one of the Mahadevas is an Indian or a Hindu. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I say this correctly. Dumavati is one of the Mahadevas, a group of 10 Hindu tantric goddesses. Dumavati represents the fearsome aspect of Devi, the Hindu divine mother. The item that you have went over and touched is a golden relic with inlaid jewels that are blue and pink and purple.
Ready?
I showed it to you on the screen. That is the yantra of Dumavati. It is made of gold and jewels encrusted. It has been cleaned. It looks kind of old. And as you pick it up and touch it, you start to feel this vibration sense that starts from the item onto your fingers and starts to kind of spread up your arms.
Can I try and put it down?
Yeah, you put it down.
Does
The
that
vibration kind of like it was traveling, and it starts to kind of recede back in a way, but it's a very slow receding. And it's not like a painful sensation, it's just like when you mow the grass and you've been mowing for a long time and you stop and you get that like ants and pins and needles and that kind of like sensation.
I'll pick it up again, and can I like look it over? Like, is there anything like glowing on it or anything?
There's nothing glowing. It looks like on the back of it there are like 3 prongs that look like they belong, like they insert into something, and there is like a remnant of a 4th prong. Like something has broken off that 4th prong.
I feel like we leave this here. We deal with this after we deal with everything else, because Professor is going to be sleepy time for a hot minute.
Speaking of Professor being sleepy time, she's okay, right? She's just knocked
Yes,
out.
medical check. She's just been
I'm going to put a
physically
sticky note
exhausted.
on this thing that says return it.
Return to sender.
In bad.
Okay, but like maybe we should take it.
What?
we leave it
Like,
here
we
with
don't
her,
have
she's
enough
probably
time
going
to
to
keep dealing with
die.
everything that's being thrown at us. We gotta prioritize. There's a fucking Wendigo killing people. There's fucking gods coming into the world. This one just wants us to do a fetch quest to return it. We don't even have the fucking money to leave the goddamn country to return it. So
And
then
we
leave
are
a fucking
wanted.
sticky note
We
on
are
it
wanted.
to say return to sender.
I don't think she will return it. We should probably just write this one down in her book of things to think about later.
Okay. I'm sorry, Benny. But, like, children are being killed by a tentacle man.
That's conjecture, but you're right. He did seem scary, and he shouldn't be in the kids' playground. But do we know for a fact he killed anyone?
He killed that little girl.
He hardly attacked us.
He
Barely.
killed that little girl.
If we don't know that for sure, just something. We don't know 100% that's the person that did it, or thing, or whatever it is.
You want to take the artifact, Benny?
We should leave.
Should leave.
I'm gonna get the book, the translated piece of paper, and
Should we put her not on the floor? Like, maybe she has a little sofa?
Either in a chair or a sofa.
yeah, I'm gonna like fireman carry, pick her up, and put her in her chair.
I'm gonna go get the school nurse.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even know you had one of those here.
We're
We should
college
just-
kids. Of course we have a school nurse.
Listen, I never went to the school nurse in college, so I didn't know we had one. I just suffered.
Do you know how many kids, college kids, suffer during finals week?
You think they're giving you guys help? A
Okay,
baby aspirin and a bottle of water. Good luck.
that's fair.
Don't lose your scholarship, or we'll bill you.
I think we should take the artifact just in case.
In case what?
What are we gonna do with it?
Exactly.
What if something happens to her? What if something happens to one of the other students?
I fucking put the goddamn artifact in my fucking bag, and I will write a note that says I'm returning to sender.
That's what I
Eventually,
You okay, Ada? You seem grumpy today.
There's so much happening.
Isn't one of the gods that we're gonna have to deal with eventually one of the Hindu gods anyway? Benny?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it the same one?
She just said return it.
I'm
Could you
just
ima-
checking.
Could you imagine if that was the easiest one, but it's also not because we have to leave the country to do the task?
You just put it back. We get fire magic and stuff.
We already have that.
Some of us.
more magic.
More
stuff.
fire magic.
More fire magic, blow the place up. Yeah,
I want a sword, damn it.
I can get you a sword.
That goes on fire.
If you douse it in enough stuff, you can set a sword on fire.
You guys are having this conversation over a passed out professor.
I'm
Putting
gonna
on
go
I'm
get the
li- I'm
nerf.
going-
Petroleum's really
No, no,
high.
no, no, no,
Benny.
no.
We
I'm
can make
going
it
to the
happen.
van. I'm leaving.
Okay.
I want the magic dagger she was talking about. I mean, even if we can defeat it without it, that
doesn't
seems like
have
it'd come
it.
in pretty. I know. I'm just saying. Maybe
know.
we go return this artifact, get a magic
No,
dagger.
tradesies.
You know, I don't know.
Well, I
we
have-
could ask the thing that just possessed her if it knows anything about
what
it.
if I try to bless just a different knife?
That's what I was thinking.
You have a pocket
have-
knife. Let me try and do that.
I pass
Once
over my utility pocket
Singular
knife.
pocket knife.
Gonna work.
Can you do that? You got your
Alright.
officiating license online. You're not even a
Guys.
real priest.
Guys, I'm gonna go to some coordinates that I've
I'm gonna-
Google mapped.
I'm gonna go with you so that you're not alone.
Because
You guys just go to the van and
look, there's coordinates here. I want to know what's here because it's not the it's not the cemetery. I don't think. Is it the cemetery, Joe? The coordinates are the cemetery.
You can actually
the
put those
coordinates
into
something
Google
else?
Map, the coordinates as latitude and longitude, and it comes up just outside of the cemetery. It's just
Okay.
east of the cemetery. So there's like a road that kind of goes along the back end of the cemetery, and it's
Mm-hmm.
quite literally just east of that. And if you look at those coordinates, I will post those coordinates actually in the public
I can post them.
so that everybody can pull up those coordinates. There is a what looks like a little rocky hill or like a miniature mountain on the side of the cemetery there.
Okay. So I Google map it, and this is what I find. We're posting it in public, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Those are our coordinates that we're gonna go to now. Because I wanted to go check out the cemetery to see why it was circled on the map during the daytime. And we'll wait for Benny to get back from taking the school nurse to the professor.
Yep. Do you want me to try and do the ritual? You can do it outside the
because we
van.
we don't know how long it lasts.
I mean, maybe I can do it more than once though.
How
Because
will we
so
know
what
that it
what
works?
happens if we get to that spot and this doesn't work at all though? You know what I mean?
Well, what if we get there and there's something else there?
What I'm
I don't
saying,
know what, but
yeah, but what if if I don't try and we need it and it doesn't work at the time, we're fucked.
that's true. Well, I already handed you my pocket knife.
Okay, I'm gonna do the ritual, Joseph.
He's gonna try to cast the spell
Yeah.
on my knife.
You play the audio or try to speak it.
I'm gonna listen to the audio a few times over and like repeat it to myself several times and then I'll do it myself.
Okay.
Because the professor might not be magic, so I don't know if using her voice with my magic would work.
So after taking a couple minutes to kind of attempt to understand it, you recite what you heard, and to everybody else's ears, it does sound accurate. She does a great job, but nothing happens to that knife.
Okay. Now we know.
Yeah. But maybe it has to be
maybe
done
it's
at this
me.
location.
That's true, and it may not, and it may also be because I'm not the right type of magic.
Maybe Derek has to do it.
Maybe.
Have to do it.
Yeah, or maybe it's just more complicated than that.
It might be. It also might be because we're doing it with a pocket knife.
Fair enough.
I close it, hand it back to.
I have a question, Joseph.
Yes.
Could I try and use some magic to observe another place or time, but can I try and see where this knife is? This dagger?
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll for that. Use magic roll.
$11.
That's a pretty good roll, and I think that means that it goes off without a hitch. And Yep. Okay.
Yes.
So you kind of stare off into the distance, and you start to see it kind of overlays the image that you see kind of overlays onto this darkness that you when you close your eyes. You see stalactites and stalagmites. You hear a dripping, this auditory drip, 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 and then out of the ether, out of the blackness, you see this altar. It's kind of like this obelisk-like that's got this like mid-cut through it, and it makes this altar, and floating above the altar, you see this golden feather.
Does it look sharp?
It looks like the quill of the feather is very sharp. This feather isn't like the size of a feather. It is like almost like it would be like an albatross feather or some really big bird's feather.
That's cool.
While they're doing this, I'm driving.
Yeah, when I snap back to it, I'm gonna describe what I saw. It's underground. They're like in a cave. It seems like the dagger is some sort of feather, golden feather. And there's an altar, like obelisk. Kind of weird to be in a rough cave. There's stalagmites, maybe some underground water.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Describe, and as you're describing and Catherine's driving, you arrive at Cedar Grove Cemetery, which is actually just south of the golf course and where everything went down just the other day. And as you're driving through the cemetery, you come along the back road, and Catherine, you put those coordinates into your GPS, and it takes you to the very back part of the cemetery. And you pull around, and as you're pulling around that back road, you can see this projection of rock, this outcropping. It's not the size of a mountain. It's not huge, but it definitely sticks out. There's trees that kind of grow around it, but it's this outcropping of rock that looks natural, but also looks like it's not naturally there. And that's some scary ass audio. That's not what I intended.
So, Ada, do you see anything special with your special vision that way?
Looking around.
And I'm gonna point. I'm gonna drive. Am I able to drive to the outcropping of rocks?
No, outside of the road, there's maybe a 30-foot distance between where this rock outcropping kind of starts, and it's surrounded by like natural, like you wouldn't be able to drive. You could kind of pull off the road, but
yeah,
you really wouldn't be able to
pull off
get in
the
there.
road.
Sugreen said the audio's a bit loud.
Let me just.
I'm gonna look around.
Okay, there we go. Being in a graveyard, you see ghosts. They're all in the cemetery area. There aren't anything over in this area that she pointed to.
There's ghosts over there, but nothing right here.
Can I investigate a mystery?
Roll
That
your
was my next
investigate.
question.
That is a 9,
Okay.
so that's a hold one. looking at this area, what is being concealed here?
As you're looking around, it takes you a couple minutes, but you stumble across this crevice in the rock outcropping, and it looks dark and it looks out of place. So you kind of try to pull on one of the rocks, but you can definitely tell this crevice goes into this rock outcropping and it kind of goes down. There's definitely a large cavernous area behind this crudely covered up opening.
Would I know of any like cave systems in the area?
You know that there are caves and tunnels. The tunnels were largely
I knew
constructed.
about the tunnels.
Yeah, they were largely constructed in the like cavernous underground of Salem.
Okay.
So there are lots of like limestone caverns and caves in the area.
How big is the crevice? Is it big enough to like?
If you
Crawl
were to
through?
be able to pull through a couple of the rocks out of the way, you would easily be able to fit through there.
Benny's doing that.
Yeah, so you all see Benny start to kind of like pull rocks out of the way.
Benny, what are you doing?
Well, Derek said that he saw the thing in a cave, right? There's a cavern down here.
We could send Oliver in with you at least so you can see.
That would be great. I'd also like to do my man with a plan, because that needs to happen.
Yeah, roll it.
I'm going with
that
you, Benny.
is-
And I'm
That
gonna
is a
help move the
9,
rock.
so that's a hold 1. So I'm going to spend the hold to be where I need to be prepared and ready. So going down into this dark cavern is where I'd like to be prepared and ready.
Okay. You are prepared and ready. And it's lucky that you do that, because as you pull the rocks away and you begin to kind of go in, and as everybody watches Benny kind of go into this opening, it's wide enough for you to kind of like get on your hands and knees and crawl into. So it's kind of like, it's not like you have to like army crawl. You can kind of crawl into. You disappear into the darkness. Oliver is kind of like behind you with his light kind of shining in so everybody can see you crawl through. And it opens up as soon as you get past about this 10-foot entrance. Sorry, I saw like a little hand symbol pop up on Zoom. I was like, what is that?
Ghosts.
You crawl through and it opens up, and as soon as you kind of like go in and start to stand up, you hear the crumbling, and you're able to move out of the way as these rocks cascade down and crack onto the ground in front of you where you were standing, kind of sealing you into this room, separating you from the group. You can still hear each other, but Oliver has went inside and is lighting this up. You are now in the cavern, and the rocks have fallen and kind of sealed off that entrance.
Okay, guys, I'm still alive.
We need to get him out of here. I'm gonna start moving rocks.
No, don't dig yet. That could cause more rocks to fall. I'm gonna look around, and then if I don't find anything, I'll have you dig me out.
Don't die.
Please.
Oliver, don't let him die.
You get a message. Okay. Because you have that telepathic link, right? You can, like, talk to each other. So, yeah, you get that. Okay. I'm nervous. You get the sense that Oliver's very nervous. You continue forward, and this is a very straightforward, like, tunnel system that's almost kind of been dug out of this. And it doesn't take long. It's maybe 50 feet forward that it opens up into this large cavern that immediately matches the description that Derek gave on the right over here. There are stalactites and stalagmites everywhere, and Oliver casts this like reflecting light on this 10-foot by 10-foot obelisk that kind of like stands up and is cut halfway across, and above this monolith is this glinting, glimmering golden feather that's almost the size of like a short sword, and it looks like one end is very sharp.
I have watched The Mummy and Indiana Jones enough times. I'm going to read a bad situation and hopefully look for ancient Egyptian traps
Make your
in
roll.
Salem, Massachusetts. Okay, so that's 10. So I guess, are there any dangers I haven't noticed?
This place is completely treacherous, but there are no traps that you can see.
Okay. Uh, what's the biggest threat?
Again, the place itself is very treacherous. It's your biggest threat is going to be slipping, falling, hurting yourself on these stalactites, stalagmites, that kind of cave in, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so he's going to move very carefully towards this feather.
It takes you a couple minutes to get to the monolith. While that's happening, what is everyone doing on the outside?
Catherine is pacing and waiting.
Yeah, I'm looking like I really feel like we should be digging these rocks out of the way.
Okay.
Trust Benny. He said to wait, so we'll wait.
Back inside, you reach the monolith, or the obelisk, sorry. You reach the obelisk, and it's maybe 10 feet tall, so you're going to have to kind of figure out a way to get up there, to get to the flat end.
Is there any way to climb it, or is it pretty just like...
There are, as you look at it, and Oliver is casting light in here, casting dramatic shadows, that are kind of like long, elongated, and caused by these stalactites and stalagmites. There are Egyptian hieroglyphs carved onto this obelisk, and they are carved deep enough. They're not like handholds, but you could try to use them as handholds. Climb up this thing.
Okay, can I read any of these hieroglyphics?
Can you read hieroglyphs?
I think he has a basic knowledge of ancient languages with
Then you would be
his
able
mystical
to...
library.
Okay, yeah, that's right. You have that. You would be able to interpret most of these hieroglyphs are in reference to Mayhew. This is an obelisk dedicated to Mayhew.
Okay, he is going to, before he starts climbing, he is going to almost make a little like offering at the base of this monolith for Mayhew. And then I think he's going to climb up to the flat surface.
Okay, it's a struggle, but you get up there. It's only 10 feet, so you don't have to go too far. But you find enough footholds and handholds in the carvings to kind of get up there, and you struggle to pull yourself up. And standing in or floating in front of you is this feather the size of a short sword. I mean, the what is that part of the feather called? The quill, I guess.
The quill.
Yeah, the quill is almost like a handhold, and then the feather kind of goes out, and it's sharp. It's almost like you could use this like an axe or something to swing at something.
He's going to reach out with the arm that he just got the tattoo of Ra. And I think he's going to recite the spell over it. He's not extremely magical, but he does have a little bit.
Okay. You're able to reach out, and as you're reciting, nothing really seems to happen, but you are able to put your hand on the quill of the feather. And you grasp the feather. You firmly grasp it.
He's like giddy. This is so exciting. He is going to say in Egyptian, "May you lend me your power." please. Pretty please.
Yeah, you don't feel anything happen. You don't feel any like nothing, no light kind of emits from anywhere or anything, but nothing happens as you now have this and you're standing on top of the obelisk.
Okay, Oliver, let's go back to the others.
Oliver just kind of like blinks and nods. The lights kind of flicker for a second as he's blinking, and then he kind of lights the way back.
Yeah, Benny is gonna start heading back. Very
I
carefully,
get
not
some eye
to.
drops for that thing.
You climb down and you make your way carefully back to the entrance where the rocks are still there, as you had instructed your team.
Okay, guys. I'd like to come out now.
Start trying to
carefully
dig out
digging.
the rocks. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna use my hunches. When something bad is happening or just about to happen somewhere that you aren't, roll plus sharp.
Okay.
And if I get a 10 plus, I stop the bad thing from happening.
Ooh.
So
okay.
as we're moving the rocks, I'm trying to make sure that we're not crushing Benny.
For clarity, what happens if you don't get a 10?
You crush Benny.
On a 7 to 9, you get there late in time to intervene, but not prevent it altogether. On a miss, you get there just in time to be in trouble yourself.
Can I?
But I
Can
got
I
a 12.
help? Okay. I was gonna say, can I help out?
I was so preparing to use my Twitch points to let you re-roll that with advantage.
Oh, no, I got a 12.
Okay, good. So just as one of your friends is about to reach out and grab a rock, you stop them from grabbing that rock because you see that it's like holding up a whole bunch of other stuff. So you leave that one, you kind of dig around the other way, and you prevent the collapse in the tunnel. And Benny, you see the rocks have been cleared, and it is clear path out.
I'll help
He's-
him get out.
Yeah, he's gonna
Oh,
shimmy out and then just be like, guys, I think I have a promising career as an archaeologist. He's gonna hold up the feather.
Why is that here?
And how do you know that was
David,
here?
maybe David hid it for us.
Knows.
here because the Hippo Man said it was here.
Hippo man that couldn't. We had to pull information from Catherine for him. All right.
Benny is just filthy at this point. He's been crawling through dirt and rocks,
Now what?
but he looks so happy.
Try to do the spell on it.
I did?
Are you magic?
I mean, I can use some magic. I'm not as powerful as you and Derek, but I do also speak ancient Egyptian, which, you
Fair.
know,
Okay. We have the thing to stop the bad. We just have to find the guy and try not to die in the process. Yeah, this sounds, perfectly sane for us.
Which guy are we looking for?
can't tell
The
it.
leader of the cult, the shadow guy that you guys were talking about.
Is that the same
Tentacle Man,
person?
right?
I don't know. Is it?
I have no idea.
You guys made it
He
sound
had
like it
an-
was the guy.
He had a name tag. He dropped his name tag and had his name on it.
Yeah, but is that the guy that we have to stab?
That's the main guy of this cult. Plus, he
Cool.
was kind of a shadow demon, so it's good, thought that, that's the guy.
It was a pretty
Or
good
a guy.
indicator now that you say that.
It's a lot going on.
Ada, didn't you want to, go to the tattoo shop and keep an eye on right-hand fucker number 1?
No, I don't even know if that's important or not.
as you look at your watch, you realize that it is 11:30, and you could
Yeah.
probably get there in time if you wanted to.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go bother this guy while he gets a tattoo.
I don't want all of us bothering this guy.
We're not
We
going to
don't-
bother him.
we
You
don't
guys
know
are gonna
what's going
stay
to
in the
happen.
van. Ada and I are going to go in. I'm going to get my back piece worked on.
Maybe we should go to the playground and check out that. I mean, it is daytime.
Are you gonna let them drive your van, or do they need to call an Uber?
I mean, I'd rather have my van if we need to make a quick escape.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody
That's-
call Ollie.
Can you just
Well,
drop us
maybe-
off at the playground? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll just-
we can drop you off on the way there.
yeah. It's not like he's gonna be there and then not be there. Like he's
That's
getting a back tattoo done.
All right. So for next session, because this is where we're going to end this session, we are splitting the party yet again.
Terrible idea.
As
We
y'all
will
go to the
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I got a
and
sharp feather now. We'll be fine.
the playground. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we end, though, we are going to do 2 because we missed last week's end of session wrap ups. So go ahead and what are the questions that we ask? Let's see here.
I got this.
I got my book, but you
Do
guys
I get
probably
to
have it.
qualify for the ones last session since I got information still?
Yeah, you had a side adventure, so we can. Yeah, you still get to answer the question.
So
Did we conclude the current mystery?
yes, no,
No.
we have
No,
not.
we have like 5 mysteries.
You have made progress, but the
Okay, so
mystery
this
has
will be
not
for
been-
last time then. So no for last time. Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
No, we
Nope.
let someone die.
I did.
Catherine did.
Catherine did save someone from certain death.
Did we learn
don't say
something
it
new
cancels
and
each other out.
Yes, there's a fucking Wendigo.
something new and important about the world? Yes. And did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
No, not really. Not
Trying
last
to
time.
recall last session. I don't know that anything about the hunters were revealed.
Nope.
Okay, so if you get 1 or 2 yeses answered, mark 1 experience. If you get 3 or 4, mark 2.
Okay.
Now, same questions for this session.
Yeah. We have not concluded. We did make sure that the teacher didn't die, but I don't think that was Joe's plan, period. So I don't think we really saved her.
No,
You
but
kind
we
of saved me from
Benny.
being caved
I
I
in.
did
Yeah, you were
save
able to
good
Benny.
use
point.
your feature to save Benny from the
Yeah.
collapse.
Yeah. Cool beans. I saved Benny. Damn.
Did we learn something new? Thanks, Ada.
You guys learned all the stuff that I had to tell you about, and we learned from the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did learn that Benny knows the teacher. We learned
Yeah.
about Benny and his student debt.
Yep. So we get
Or
two,
scholarships, I suppose.
two
And also
marks
that-
for this one.
Derek's family owns a hat shop.
Lids.
Lids.
Specifically.
Lids.
But it's like spelled with a Z, so it's not the same.
It's like the off-brand.
Yeah.
Oh no. No, they're the off brand. We're the OG.
The OG.
okay.
Excuse me.
I did
Very
not. I leveled
idea.
up last time, but I did not level up this time.
I leveled up this time.
Nice.
Yeah, I
I
did not
leveled up
level
this
up.
time too.
For once I didn't level up.
Congratulations on leveling.
I'm just deciding what other move I want to take.
So, that's going
Ooh,
to
I
do
like
it
that one.
for this session. Join us. I'm pulling up the calendar here. Your Spirit. No, yep, we have another episode next week, July 1st, 9 p.m., right here at Twitch for the next episode of Spirit as we continue this Monster of the Week. Thank you so much for the donation and the paranormal event. You've kind of hinted at the next cult and its quest. You don't have to do that. There's no time linked to this, but that paranormal event did let you know what was going on with one of the other cults. And $20 to Riley Children's Hospital. So thank you so much for donating. And we are about $48 away. I don't know what the math. I can't do math in my head right now. From me getting pied in the face, apparently. So
52.
yeah, 52. That's it. There we go. $52 away from me being pied in the face. Follow us on all the socials. Join our Discord for an active nerdy community where we have all kinds of projects and fun things where the cast talks about things. You get to see some of the additional stuff that we share about the show in the and you can ask questions to everybody. Also, we are relaunching our Kickstarter for Guildhall Masquerade, which is a fantasy-themed... How did we say?
It's so long.
Inspired,
fantasy-themed, inspired
dating sim.
Dating sim visual novel.
Yeah, that thing.
Say that 10 times fast.
Fantasy themed dating sim.
That.
Period.
That thing. Fantasy-themed dating sim.
That is why Kaz is writing it, not us.
Visual novel. It's a real treat. Yeah, check it out.
But we'll be relaunching that September 1st, so keep an eye out for that page and everything, all the announcements on that we will be posting on its socials as well as the Nerd Asylum socials. I think that's it. Join us next Tuesday for Cornerstone, and Thursday.
I got a plan.
You don't have a plan yet?
I haven't read the adventure yet.
Join us Tuesday to find out if Theta prepares for the game. And then Thursday is Thrilling Thursday. And then next Friday, Spirit. Thank you so much. Until next time, friends, stay nerdy. Bye.